G'day world and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications and outdoor stuff with knives. I do not normally make videos in the middle of the week, especially not, well, review videos. I sometimes show you things, but yes, let's call this a first look. We'll have to do a long time, what do you call that? Anyway, a review later on as well. But anyway, this thing got me quite excited. Okay, now I got this thing from Pickled Steel with their new little sticker. It's beautiful, although mine does have some tape on it. Now, this knife is from a brand that I've never seen before in my life. Actually, I'm lying. I've seen it before, but I've never owned one of these. Okay, so this is a S Tec knife. Okay, it comes in a box like that, and yes, it is made in China. Now, I've checked reviews on these guys. Look there, we can see S Tec. Okay, now I've seen reviews on these things and they were all pretty good. Okay, and then I saw these things are sold on Amazon. They are sold in quite a few places in Australia. So if you're watching from Australia, you most likely already have a S Tec. And then White Mountain Knives also sell them. Okay, and their prices range from extremely budget to maybe $40. Okay. Now, here in South Africa, like I said, I didn't buy this thing, but I'm very excited about this. Look at the blade on this guy. Okay, so this is an 8CR13 MOV blade. And we see China. And on the other side, we see the S Tec. But look at these awesome little things. I had a Ganzo at one stage that had thumb studs like this. So we have that. We have G10. All budget materials, but all great materials. Nice pocket clip. And it's a big thing. Let me give you some specs on this guy. In inches, this thing is a bit more than 4 inches blade length. Overall, 9.5 inches. In centimeters, almost 11. Yeah, almost 11 centimeters for the blade, and overall 24.5 centimeters. And blade stock on this guy, 0.15 inches, which is almost 4 millimeters. So this is quite a big knife. Now, access to the liner, not fantastic, but if you get your thumbnail in there, it works like a dream. Now, I'm not sure on what this is running, if it's bearings or if it's washers, but it's good. Okay. Spidey flicks like a dream, locks up quite solid, no movement at all. And then once we get it over the detent, it falls quite nicely. Please ignore my kids, they're playing outside. Nice detent on this guy. Look at it being sucked in. Okay, and then opens nicely with your thumb, and it shakes closed quite easily. Okay, I suppose if you make this a bit looser, it might actually be drop shut, because it is quite a big blade on this guy. Now, I like the handle on this thing. Look at that. It fits in my hand awesomely. We do have a little trigger over there. It's not a full finger choil, but you can use it as a trigger quite easily if you want to get closer on this blade. Jumping is done very nicely. That grabs quite cool. And we have that little almost harpoon shaped ramp over there. Do you see that? Nice flat ground blade. Not super thin behind the edge, but this thing is made to do some work. So, my first S Tec ever. Now, of course, look at this. It's fitting so nicely with the Halloween stuffs for Halloween. And it's October, yay. First time I see these things. It has been cut out for weight reduction on the inside. But this is quite a new model, because I can't seem to find this on any of the other sites. Okay, now, what I want to say is, if you live here in South Africa, our Amazon is not up to scratch yet, so you can't really get stuff on it yet that I want. But anyway, it will eventually get there, I was told. But if you're looking for these things now, make sure you go to Pickled Steel site, the Pickled Steel Facebook page. They do lots of auctions there. And Aldo from Pickled Steel said he was going to start auctioning off these S Tec knives. Okay, so if you're looking for an S Tec knife, start following the Facebook page and keep an eye out. Now, while I was YouTubing these S Tec knives, oh my goodness, I saw some of the weirdest things ever. Thick bladed knives, big monstrous things that look like pocket axes. This short, stubby, fat little cleaver bladed knife. All kinds of things that I feel I need to own. Okay. For no real reason, and definitely nothing practical, just because it's super cool. Because this knife, I think, is pretty much as far out as you can go while still being practical. Okay, that was my little quick rant and thing about knives today. Okay, so there we go. S Tec knives. Like I said, never heard of them before. Well, I might have heard of them, but I never noticed them before. But as soon as I got this thing in hand, this is a budget champion. Okay, so that's going to be me for today. All of you, stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye.